Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the Sillyville edition. And before we jump on in, you can help support the channel by having a look at switchedtolinux.com/affiliates. I have a list of affiliates over here. We got cell phones on Mint Mobile. We have shopping with Amazon. We have Grammar Checker, Pro Writing Aid. There's some web hosts, VPNs, and some podcasting stuff there as well. So be sure to check that out. All right, on to our Sillyville news. First, TV writers like all of us are developing a love-hate relationship with Zoom. What are all these TV writers on here talking about? Well, they're actually talking about, can we actually write scenes with crowds into our film? Because, you know, we have to usher in the new world order by utilizing the popular media as it's always been a propaganda tool and writing scenes with crowds out and making sure that everybody is properly social distanced so that everybody becomes part of your new world order Borg. I know that's going a little bit over the top there, but nevertheless, that does appears to be what some of these guys are talking about. TV writers from Arrow, Brooklyn Nine-Nine talk COVID-19. Can you do scenes with crowds? They're really curious. Can we actually sit down and write a scene with a crowd anymore? I don't know, man. Maybe if we have them all 6 feet apart wearing masks. Let's do that. That way, everybody sees how cool and awesome and trendy it is to everybody wear masks and be 6 feet apart from everybody else so that, God forbid, nobody actually comes in contact with each other because we are all virus spewing heathens of doom or something. I don't know. But anyway, the Hollywood, let's see, every week now it seems to bring news of another Hollywood project being delayed. Sometimes it's because you can't make money on an empty theater, but it's just as often due to production halts in light of the plague. Well, most of the industry has its pause, hits its pause for now. One crucial segment has not: the writers. Like many of us, they've instead become intimately familiar with the inner workings of the on-the-job Zoom calls. Kind of feel for every aspiring TV writer at home right now due to the plague, says Sarah Gamble, showrunner of Netflix U, formerly of Supernatural and The Magicians. During years online, anyway, they go on and on about all these type of things, but they're really discussing, can we write scenes with crowds? I don't know. If I put scenes with crowds in there, that might actually cause people it might propagandize people into not socially distancing, and that would be bad for the whole world. Unless you're rioting. If you're rioting and protesting, that's okay. If it's a riot and a protest, go ahead. Just all of the non-social distancing you want, all the crowds that you want. But if it's anything other than a riot or a protest, nope. 6 feet apart, put the circles, everyone's wearing a mask. I mean, come on. That's what you got to do. So that's what the TV writers are up to, and I thought that's kind of crazy. All right, who likes Nirvana? I was singing his lyrics. Come on. Did you guys know, by the way, that the song, the Weird Al song, Smells Like Nirvana, was actually filmed in the exact same stage with all of the exact same extras as well? It's kind of funny how they did that. But anyway, AI trained on Nirvana lyrics created this original song. Pizza actually listened to this song as a good Nirvana fan, and it's like, this is nonsense craziness. Basically, they just took a bunch of Nirvana songs, which good luck interpreting what they're, I mean, even if you're just reading the lyrics, good luck interpreting what they're trying to say, and just basically took random lines from various Nirvana songs and strung them all together in a way that was fairly nonsense. But there's actually some things that are, there's some other bands that did this as well. They had Nickelback and Metallica. I don't know if I can play this or not, but let's see what it does here. So basically, it's just kind of doing this. He's putting in the lyrics of Nirvana into a bot, asked it to write a song. This is what it wrote. Yeah, we'll stop there just in case. But you can kind of see it's, they put the lyrics there. Let me go ahead and mute the volume. I could eat your heart-shaped box for food. Gotta find a new complaint. Me? Whatever that me was about. You know you're paranoid. I'm left black. Yeah, can't complain. So yeah, it's basically just taking a bunch of Nirvana lyrics and stringing them all together. Fairly nonsense, but hey, why not, right? Because cool, I guess. You can get a random mishmash or whatever. Anyway, thank you, ZNet. You suck. Let's see. Samsung Blu-ray players are rebooting in a boot loop, and nobody quite knows why. Issue started on Friday. It's kind of unclear. It might be botched firmware update or some type of expired certificate. People, this is why I don't want smart anything. I want to bring the thing home, and as long as there's not a mechanical failure, if it's not connected to the internet, it never needs an update. It doesn't need anything else. It is a DVD player. Well, I mean, it's a Blu-ray player, but you get me, right? It has a tray. You put a disc in it, you close the tray, it spins on a circle, well, a laser, and feeds stuff to a TV. This does not need to be connected to the internet. There's no reason for it to be connected to anything. There's no reason to need an update. There's no reason to push a bad firmware. There's no reason for a certificate to expire. There's no reason to push a firmware update. What am I missing? What am I missing here? So, yeah, I mean, so Samsung apparently broke all their Blu-ray players at the same time. Wait. Have all the Blu-ray players stopped? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a Samsung Blu-ray player that stopped working? Let's see. Issues depending on model. However, most encounter problems appears to be that the Samsung Blu-ray players are entering a reboot loop as soon as they're turned on. There's a little video down here. Let's see what the video does. There's no audio there anyway. So, yeah, boot loop. Boot loop. It's on boot loop. Boot loop. Nope. No DVD for you. All right, so others reported the problem, making weird noises, trying to read the disc, even if the disc slot is empty. So, yeah, no reason to put this on the internet. So, currently, they're thinking it's either a certificate or a botched update. Don't have a lot more information quite yet, but yeah, that's kind of fun. If you got one of these, is it fixed yet? All right, our two bigger nonsense stories. A hacker was dosed with some lysogenic acid while restoring a historical synth. Yeah, there was some guy over there that's like, dude, man, this is going to be cool music. What happened to that bottle of stuff, man? I don't know. I think it spilled on the keyboards and stuff. And so he's restoring this guy out, and he finds that he starts tripping. Bad. Now, if you're unaware of how potent this acid is, lysogenic acid, as little as, I think it's 5, micrograms, is enough to cause problems, okay? The original test guy, they weren't quite sure, and he took like several milligrams. I read his journals. They were weird. I'm telling you. So yeah, the guy, he got a little too close to the 1960s counterculture while restoring a vintage modular synthesizer. He began tripping out. The instrument in question was Buchla Model 100. Model is modular synth instead of a keyboard. It used capacitance-sensitive touch plates. The particular model 100 was purchased by California State University East Bay campus. The synth was popular for a while, but eventually fell into disuse and was stored in a classroom closet. Modular synths are experiencing a renaissance. Can be seen here on Hackaday. Anyway, this one was pulled out of storage, given a proper restoration, and the broadcast manager was also the hacker who volunteered to restore the synth. Found residue and crystals stuck under one of the knobs of the control voltage modulator. Was a flux conforming normal coding or something else? He hit the board with the contact cleaner and wiped it down. Within 45 seconds, he was feeling a strange tingling. He's beginning a 9-hour trip. 3 independent tests of the module came back positive for lysogenic acid. Woohoo! So, yeah, woo! That's, I wonder if he gets workman's comp pay or something like that. That's definitely interesting. All right, and on to our last story for today. Amazon apparently is renaming the, is it Skyview Arena? Whatever the arena is over there in Seattle. They are renaming it the Climate Pledge Arena. Greta Thunberg is so happy about this. Like, Greta Thunberg is so happy, man, she's just going to switch all of her shopping to Amazon, I'm telling you. So the color scheme is an appropriate shade of gray. So Seattle's NHL team doesn't have a name, but the arena does. Are these guys going to be the climate change enforcers? That's what they should call their NHL team, right? The climate enforcers. They could call it, how about this? Greta's Army. Greta's Army. There you go. So Amazon secured the naming rights from former Key Arena. That's it, the Key Arena. Guess what the new name would be? Amazon Arena. Nope, not Amazon Arena. It's the Climate Pledge Arena, a nod to the $2 billion initiative that Jeff Bezos announced last year, which sets goals for Amazon to become net carbon neutral by 2040. Of course, initiatives only came after thousands of Amazon employees signed an open letter to Bezos asking the company to adopt a wide-ranging plan to fight climate change because Greta was mad. It's worth noting earlier this year, Amazon warned several employees who were part of a push they had violated its communications policy. But anyway, the 18,000-seat multi-purpose arena, which will probably never be seated for 18,000. I mean, they'll be down to like 10% capacity or something. Unless, of course, there's a riot or a protest in there. I mean, I'll tell you what. You just go to the game and just say, hey, we can fill up the seats entirely because our hockey game is a protest against climate change. Filled. Any other purpose? If it's a game, oh, no, 10% capacity max. Everyone's got to sit 6 seats apart, social distance, everyone's wearing a mask. But if it's a protest, oh no, everyone's going in there because protesters are immune. All right. So anyway, the climate change arena is in there. Oh, let me know your thoughts about that. This is like the 3rd time I've seen Zuckerberg today. Let me know if your thoughts about that. Is this a cool name or a crazy name? Let me know in the comments down below.